Hey guys, welcome back to the Transformation Church Message Recap Podcast.
Hey yo.
We are on location, live. Well, we're live now. It won't be live for y'all.
Yes.
We're not live, but we're live. Yeah. We're in
live-ish.
We're in Birmingham, Alabama.
The ham.
We came to the Good Old Art Conference 2024. So we're here at the hotel.
Yes, sir.
And we decided that we care about our listeners and our viewers so much that even though we were out of town, we were going to bring you a podcast. So here we are.
Got to give the people what they want, Justin.
You know?
So.
It is weekly.
Ish.
Supposed to be. Well, we dropped the weekly, yeah. Kyle's right, but
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's still weekly, you know. So there's people out here and about.
Ish.
You may see people walk by or something.
We don't know who they are. We're not staying with them.
They're
They're just here.
Yeah.
They live here also for a few days.
It's very pretty up here.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
The weather's fantastic.
Very nice.
We had a good time. Let's talk about the conference.
Talk about the
Today
conference.
was day 2.
Day 2.
It was good. I mean, that girl, the lady, what was her name?
Charlotte
Gamble.
Gamble. Yeah.
Gamble.
I know
Charlotte
she's
Gamble.
on the teaching
Yeah, she's on the
staff
deal.
with
He's on the elite
Highlands,
team. Yeah.
but I never heard her before. She's
phenomenal.
She's
So good.
Australian, apparently.
Nope.
Yep.
She's UK. We looked it up. She's
Oh, is
from
that
UK.
right?
John and I looked it up.
Oh, yeah.
UK, like New Zealand,
No.
or like
no,
UK.
The
Like-
United Kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes people like associate it with England. So I was like,
Nah, they don't.
maybe
I think it was an
maybe not
English
in your
The
circle.
territory.
United Kingdom is very specific what countries are in it.
Yeah.
And then
So-
there's a difference between the United Kingdom and Great Britain. One
Yeah.
of them includes Northern Ireland.
So here's your
No, that's
here's
like Wales.
Here's
I
your
don't think Northern
geometry lesson.
Ireland.
Geography lesson.
I don't think it's Northern Ireland. Ireland's its own country, right?
Ireland's a country and North Ireland's a country.
We're all
That's
delirious.
not
That's
Wales?
what's really going on right now.
No,
What's
Wales
Wales?
is another country. Wales is another country.
That's a part of the United Kingdom, too.
Sure.
Yeah.
But then when you refer to Great Britain, one of those is missing.
Yeah.
Anyways, this woman was from the UK.
Charlotte
apparently.
Gamble.
And it was good.
It's phenomenal.
It was great. Hey, Ash, can I see your sweater?
Oh, Ash.
Oh,
is
never
here.
mind. Okay. You're good. No. You're putting it on. All right. Here, let me see. All right, cool. Thank you.
What's going on right now?
I scratched my knee, and I don't want it to, like, start
Gotcha.
there.
Yeah.
Anyways, she preached a really great message that was pretty powerful, and then
So good.
Taking off the shoes of familiarity. That's what she was talking about. So
yeah, but it was a perfect word for like pastors and leaders.
Yeah.
really good stuff. So today was good. Last night or yesterday was a full day. Well, for the most part,
Yeah.
Yep.
I really like Dino Rizzo.
the Godfather.
Here's the thing: if you tried to preach like him, it would be terrible.
Yeah.
Only a genuine, like him with the jokes and how he kind of trails off. And
He's just a good storyteller. I
Right,
cannot
but-
tell stories
if
like
you
that.
tried to do that like him, it
Yeah.
would be
Yeah,
bad.
Nate
Oh,
could
yeah.
not tell Tories
Yeah,
like that.
No, it was
So-
great. It was so good.
But man, we've seen a lot of people, a lot of other pastors from churches we know. It's
Yeah.
always good to see everybody.
It's like a family reunion.
It is.
Yeah. Also today we really got to spend some time with the pastor of Wild Lake Church in Pensacola.
Oh yeah, shout out to Andy.
Off Wild Lake in Pine Forest.
Sure enough.
He's new to ARC. They're new to ARC. They actually asked us to come. Me and Pastor Dan went to their church like
Hi guys.
six months ago or something, and they were asking us to consult with them because they were leaving a denomination, and we're wanting to know if do they stay non-denominational, do they become a part of ARC, do they join
Gotcha.
the whole thing. So to see them there, I was like, oh, guess it went good.
That's
you
awesome.
know?
Yeah.
So it was our first time there. It was really good.
Yeah,
So
I'll tell
yeah.
you who was not good. That girl that I just waved at.
She did not wave
She
back.
was not interested in this conversation.
Well, she probably is a sinner and
Needs Jesus.
doesn't
Yeah.
love the Lord.
Anyways,
Quite an
no.
observation. That's quite a
Yeah,
stretch.
we've definitely come to a consensus on her spiritual life, strictly based on how she walked past us
Yeah.
just then in that moment. But so great times with Andy at Wild Lake, as Justin was saying.
Yeah, it was a good time. So I'm really tired.
we're borderline delirious at this point.
I'm looking forward to sleeping a lot,
Yep.
but we're gonna play golf tomorrow.
Hey yo,
We went to Top Golf as a
exciting.
staff.
Top
That was
golf.
fun.
went to Top Golf. It was great.
Yeah.
And then me and Nate played golf Monday.
Yep. That's fun.
Then we went to Top Golf Monday night. Met you guys there. Got to hang out with some cool people playing golf.
Ate some Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, God. Don't talk about that.
It
I got
is-
sick, everyone. Brad got sick. So, got sick after Cheesecake Factory. Never again. That's a lie.
It
I'll
happens.
definitely go back there. But
It happens.
not on this trip. So, yeah. So, we did a lot of that. It was a good time. Then what else did we do? We had breakout sessions today.
Well, somebody did. I didn't have any.
I did. Had some,
I
had
didn't
some
go
good stuff.
to none.
Yeah.
Got app sessioned out. We were
I
over
would
the
have fell
app
asleep,
sessions.
and that's disrespectful.
Oh.
Whoa.
All right.
Yeah, see, we are live.
We are like, yeah.
Well-
Just so y'all, you thought we were kidding. We're not. Did we get permission to use this hotel courtyard for this podcast?
Not a little
Nope.
bit.
Nope.
But I'm a Hilton member.
Oh.
I'm a
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
a what do you call it? A member.
An honors
yeah.
member.
An honors member.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hilton honors member. So
So,
They
so we
respect
can
that.
record podcasts
so they'll let
wherever
us.
we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what that means. But sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than permission.
That's how I live my life.
Yeah. It's not how I live my spiritual life, but some other things are that way for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But hey, let's talk about this past Sunday. Pastor Dan and Miss Kathy.
It was
Great
so good.
message. Great job. It was just a lot of stories, which
Yeah.
was the goal. We wanted to just tell stories. I was like, tell people the stories. It's how we're in the How They Do It series, and it's like I grew up on these stories. I was like, tell them the stories. Tell them the stories you told all of us growing up. Like that, it built our faith. Like as kids, and like for all of us, it's like that is what shaped our faith when we were young. Is like all these stories of how God came through with Freddie, that dropped off the prime rib and the whatever, and the Kentucky, the truck in the house. And like, so I grew up on all that
furniture,
stuff. The
yeah.
furniture, yeah. So it was really cool to like let them tell all those stories. So that was special. So
People don't know them. You know, a lot of our people have never heard those. But
no, yeah,
it
yeah.
does. You know, there were people coming up after in the lobby. You know, saying things to him. I was standing by him, kind of in the lobby, and people saying stuff. You know, how like it was encouraging to them and things like that. You know, I mean, just. It does strengthen your faith a little bit when you hear stories like that. It's so interesting, though, with those stories. It's like there's so many more, or there's like those are condensed versions,
Very, very
you know, which
condensed
is
versions.
wild,
yeah.
you know, or like you know, there's just more to the story. He stopped at essentially when they ended up here,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, 100%.
But
And-
it's just there's so much more, which is cool.
Well, and a lot of the stories that we like that he didn't have time to tell, some are like ministry related. So it's like how God was faithful even to the church. You know, like what we tried to do is encourage him, or what I try to do is encourage him, like for what the message that he's bringing is like. It's not about the church. This isn't Pastor Dan was blessed because. Tell the stories of you and my mom,
Yeah.
a husband and a wife who were faithful to God's call, and God was faithful to you in return as just a man being faithful to the call and a woman being faithful to the call, not God being faithful to our church, you know, because it's like,
right.
I think those things are,
There's those stories in and of themselves.
yeah, there's tons of church stories that are
Right.
miraculous and God's supernatural provision that, you know, he didn't even get into for the most part. But yeah, so big. So yeah, all that's just, it's so good. So they shared a lot of stories, and he'll be back this Sunday. He'll be preaching this Sunday, Pastor Dan will, but it'll be like preaching. So not just storytelling, but like,
Good old
bringing
Pastor
a
Dan
message.
preaching. Good
gonna
old
be
Pastor Dan
Fire,
preaching.
Nate.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
excited because we're
Come on.
because we're coming off of art conference, so us as a staff is like, I'm excited to get into worship, like hearing
Let's go.
Vince and the worship team and all that stuff. Like I'm excited to bring this joy. I know I'm doing the Dream Team rally on Sunday, so I'm excited to bring that energy back to TC, and I think that's a big reason why we do this too. It's like, and why ARC is that we're gathering together to inspire the pastors and church planners and everything, and then
Come
take
on.
it back with
Take
them.
something
and,
home, bro.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Speaking of worship, we Natalie Grant.
Shoo!
That's what we
Natalie
saw
Grant was
today.
fire.
She led worship today.
she was really good.
It's so good. One of the things I was telling, we were talking about me, Vince, and Ashley. We were riding in the car on the way back to the hotel where we're doing this podcast. One of the things we were talking about with Natalie Grant is like, we were talking about like, hey, she just has a beautiful voice. Like she's just a phenomenal singer.
Yeah.
No
But
doubt.
to me, her singing wasn't what makes her leading worship special. Because there's a lot of singers out there that are, I think, more vocally talented than her. What I think is special about her is like when she opens her mouth to sing, it's like instant presence of God. You're just like, whoa. All right.
Yep.
So it's like, all right, there's no runway here. We don't need to like, all right, let's ease into worship. She's like, and hands lifted. And like Holy Spirit wrecks the place like a freight train. Like, so that to me is what makes her so special, which I think is a testimony of her connection to God. So that when she shows up to lead worship, it's so evident, right?
Yeah.
So I think that, anyways, that's my personal opinion.
Well, I thought it was cool because she did like older songs.
Yeah, she
For
does
the
that a
most
lot.
part.
Yeah, she does that a lot.
I like that.
I was in the
you know.
lobby when she started singing. I wasn't even looking at the TV, and as soon as she started singing, I knew exactly who it was. So,
I liked the older songs.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah, she's a beast.
But no,
So-
you're right. I mean, you're right, Nate. I mean, it is encouraging. I mean, honestly, that's what I think the whole. I mean, last night Dino's message about like your call, like remember your
Getting
calling,
knocked
things
down,
like that,
get
and,
back up. You're
you know,
called.
yeah, all that's good stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they're very much. I always think it's cool when someone preaches a message to an audience of like the whole room is saved. You know,
Yeah.
or theoretically,
Yeah.
you know, the whole room is saved. You know, a room full of leaders and pastors. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's not like you're doing a salvation.
One would
message,
think at least. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but to still what's going on here, boys?
Yeah. You get it. Yeah.
Yeah, so just to be able to
Beat.
still connect with everybody or knowing where people are, you know, especially with church planters, that's hard work, but,
Yeah.
you know.
No doubt.
Well,
No doubt.
the one woman, Delaney, she said, you know, all the heroes of the faith like Billy Graham, they weren't called to this moment. They aren't called to today, right?
Right, exactly.
We are.
That was
you,
really
You
good.
are called to today. It's like everybody that's like at TC serving, everything you're doing. Like, you're called to this.
today.
Like Billy Graham wasn't called to this moment. You are. And that was pretty fire.
That's right. So, never mind.
Well, I told them after the
I don't know what
after
you're gonna
today,
say.
the three people that did the 10 minutes each, the last guy,
Yeah, Manny.
you know, he's
Yeah, man, he's a beast.
telling the story that we've heard, everyone's heard 1,000 times, you know, Jesus and like Peter walking on water and all that, but it's like when you hear something new out of that, a new
Right.
perspective on that, it's always just like, wow, that's always mind-blowing
So
to
good.
me.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, because he highlighted not the first time Peter walked out, but the second time when he came back to the boat. And it's like, get ready for your second season, the second wind of ministry, how Jesus is walking you through that.
Well,
Yeah.
and he was talking about, I mean, when he talked about his wife, the miscarriage,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, they went having a hard time, and then after she had the miscarriage, they told him and his wife they would never get pregnant. She gets pregnant, but then has a miscarriage, or the heart wasn't beating. I guess that's a miscarriage.
Yes.
Anyhow, like where he was like so disappointed, where he told guys like, I would have rather not have the pregnancy to have to deal with this, but it's like the way he just kind of talked about that was like, man, don't. That may not be the way to think about it.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah,
you
I
could praise
I
God
wish
for
I
that.
had never gotten on the boat or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was just pretty powerful. And of course, he was very animated. He was just a good communicator too. But
Kind
Yeah.
of reminded
I
me of
always
like
just
Judah
like
Smith.
the
like,
same. Yeah.
Running across the stage a little bit.
I just like when there's the simple stories that everyone knows and you've heard, and everyone's heard those. Even if you're not a Christian, you know about Jesus walking on the water and Peter coming to him and all that. When you
Yeah.
hear a different perspective on it, I just love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just love that. But so no, it's been a good time. You know,
yeah.
I'm excited to get back home, but
Always.
it's nice to get refreshed a little bit.
Refreshed.
Yep. So,
I got a question for y'all. I was thinking about this the other day, and I figured I would ask it on the podcast just to
Ooh.
give us something to talk about.
okay.
How long does it take you to go through a deodorant?
That's a great question.
Well, what deodorant do you use? Do you use the solid stick or do you use the gel?
Not a gel.
I use gel.
Are you talking about click gel?
Like,
Click?
and no, it's like the, I don't know how to. It's just like gel.
I
It
don't
has
even
like
mean the
little,
gel. It's
little,
gel.
Little holes?
little holes in.
Absolutely
like,
not.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I use a gel.
I have trypophobia. I cannot do that.
You have what?
Trypophobia.
I know exactly what that is.
Is
I
that
can't
just
do-
like all the
you
little
can't do it.
holes in the skin
Yes.
and stuff?
Yeah.
How
Oh
does
my
that have
God.
any? How does that
When you see those
anything?
pictures of that thing on that-
Yeah, like with the on the
Yeah,
palm and all the
yeah.
holes. That's crazy.
No, that.
But
really
why
is
does that
so real that it'll
trans-
get your heart rate up and everything?
Why does that transfer
My hands
into
are
the
shaking right
deodorant?
now.
Because all the holes,
All the little
when
holes
when
that the
click
gel
it,
comes out
the
of.
gel
And that
comes out.
really freaks you out.
It's not. I won't lie to you. The deodorant stick isn't that bad, and with that, but I still don't like it. But the other part is I don't like my arms feeling like
Wet.
soppy.
They
Yeah.
don't. How much? I mean, I don't use a ton, but like it does its job. I mean, I don't sweat a lot
I'm-
either.
yeah.
I'm not like a
You would know.
profusely sweater.
Yeah,
or
by the
if
time you
that's-
start
or- I
sweating,
don't
you're getting
sweat
back in the
profusely.
shower again.
Yeah, yeah.
it's-
I'm just
Yeah.
curious. I
Profuse,
feel
is that
like
a brand of sweaters?
Lately, I feel like I buy deodorant way more than I did 10 years ago. Like way faster.
It takes me months.
You know, what maybe,
Months to go through a stick.
but you also are like doing more, like not physically. Like I mean, like what I was trying to say is like when back 5 years ago when you got off of work, you weren't always like going to a PYP event or going to the mayor's thing or whatever. So like you were just done that day. So but now you got to like double and triple and you know what I mean? Like,
Maybe
you're applying more regularly.
that could be. I just feel like every time I turn around, I'm buying it again. Like
But I mean, everybody's body's different. So some people use it like I don't use it once a day. My body isn't like I'm not sweating crazy. I don't have like BO or anything. Some people
Well-
have to use it 2-3 times a day because they have
I'm
the
just
BO.
saying,
Because
I
they
don't-
stink. That's
I
what
don't
he's saying.
feel
Dang.
like I'm just saying like. So I always buy 2. That way, because every time I turn around, I'm running out and I need another. So I always got 2 on deck.
Yeah, the old double decker.
But I feel like every 2-3 weeks, I'm needing to buy more.
The old 2-3 weeks.
Wait, what?
I know.
Seriously?
That-
2-3
that's what I'm
weeks?
saying. I'm like,
Yeah, no, I think you're doing something wrong.
Yeah,
I don't think that.
You buy it in like mini sticks?
Yeah.
no. So
Are you buying the sticks that they gave away in elementary
No.
school in the little packs?
So how many a regular size steak? How long does that last?
I'm gonna say 3-4 months, maybe
Yeah.
longer.
What?
Like I would say, at least 2 to 4 months.
You're
I
a
would
spray
say.
guy. Kyle's
Y'all-
off camera, but he's saying he's a spray guy.
Okay, yeah.
2 months?
You said 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, I don't
Yo,
know what
that's
you're
nuts.
doing,
Are
but
you
you're
eating
doing it
Like,
right.
what are you doing?
How many?
Do you put it on in the shower?
How many passes do you do?
This is getting way too.
3.
You
So
do
I
3?
do down, up, under
Yeah,
each
so
arm.
4. See,
That
I
sounds about right.
I twist it and then all the little gel, and I just like
Oh,
I like
no,
do it
hold
a
on.
bunch of times until it like sinks in.
Yeah,
No, I do 3. I do 3 down ups. Three down ups.
Okay, so I don't think I'm applying extra more than anybody else.
What deodorant do you buy?
That's a great
Lately,
question.
I've been buying
The Dollar General.
no
Degree?
Harry's.
Harry's. Okay.
I was okay, so that
I've never
might it
used
might be a
Harry's.
Harry's
It's a
thing.
bit, no, but
Yeah.
it was like that. I mean, that's not just a brand. I've recently started buying that because it's a normal size.
I'm still doing Old Spice.
Yeah. Old Spice
2 months?
gives me rashes on my armpits.
Even like the blue stuff,
That
not the white
gotta
stuff, but
be.
the blue stuff, like the.
Yeah. All
Really?
Old Spice. I think Old Spice has more scent in them, and I think that's the reason why. I've heard Old Spice scents their deodorants more than other deodorants.
Well,
I like
it is.
the Harry's.
It's for men. So
I like the Harry's because Harry's has 20% of the aluminum Z word.
Zinc?
that helps.
Zycron?
Yeah.
Zillow.
Instead of like 16%.
Yeah,
But
it's better for the housing market.
I think probably it lasts me a month. Not 2 weeks. That's not enough. But I mean, that's too. But not
Interesting.
2 months. That's crazy talk.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's wild.
And you're a spray guy?
Really?
Interesting. Degree spray. Do
So
you
is
spray at night or in the morning?
Interesting.
Someone told me, or I read somewhere that
What
you,
is the
you should
pass?
put
What's the
deodorant
pass
on at
load
night
for that?
before bed?
What's your freight?
Really?
1, 2, 3, 4, or is it just 1,
It's
2?
probably just one spray, right?
or is it like
like
1 or 2 seconds?
okay? So is it down up though? Like it just
I feel like that would.
got it.
I feel like I wouldn't like the spray at all.
Yeah, I don't think spray is for me.
It seems feminine. No offense.
Bro, have you ever
That's too
been
white.
in a middle school or high school locker room with Axe body spray is like the thing? Dear God, yeah.
No, listen, I was at Tate High School a couple months ago for Leap, and they were telling us how they have, you know this story, I think. They have a, what's the video game thing? They have a gaming academy that
I
is
remember you saying
licensed as a real, like a regular sport, like football. And they esports, yeah, esports.
Stop it right now.
No. They compete. It's considered just like football,
I'm
whatever.
fine with them competing. It's silly to call it a sport.
Esport. Listen,
Esports?
so they took us in there
These
to
kids
tour.
are making millions.
I don't have a problem with it being a thing. I have a problem with it being called a sport.
But listen, this is it's, I'm not done with the story.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
They took us into where all the kids are, where all the video games are.
I'll complain
and it's
about it
all
when you're done.
computers. Still smelled like a locker room though.
Yeah.
I walked in. I was like, God. I told the coach or whatever
Yeah.
he is. I was like, it smells like a locker room in here.
Well, I'm sure they're working out real hard playing sports.
I wonder how many deodorant sticks they go through.
None. By the smell of it in that room. Yeah, none.
Yeah. They can't be. I mean, they're working out really hard, but not
Yeah.
using deodorant.
Yeah, they
Working
call
out.
them
Sports.
sweats because whenever you're playing video games, you like sweat, and that means like you're really good and you're a try hard. That's like video game.
This is not real life, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen. This is what's wrong.
It
with
is real
society.
life. Yeah.
I know there's
This
people
is so
making
dumb.
lots of money at the esports, but anyhow, I thought that was funny because it still smelled like a locker room, like a sports locker room, even
Yeah.
though it's not a real sport. It's an
Yeah,
esport.
for the record, I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it being a thing. I don't have a problem with it being a club. I don't have a problem with it being a pathway towards a career. I don't have a problem with any of that stuff. It's all legitimate. Just don't call it a sport.
What constitutes a
Yeah.
sport?
Well, that's you got to define sport.
Moving more than your thumbs.
No, that's legitimate.
I mean, but if they're sweating and they're getting a workout in, their heart rate's up, their mind is going, their whatchamacallit,
So you're okay. You're
hand-eye coordination.
You are an athlete, Nathaniel Popejoy. You are an athlete. You have played organized basketball.
Yes.
You golf twice a week.
Yes.
Are you going to sit here and try to convince me that a kid playing Pac-Man in his basement is playing a sport like your organized basketball?
I mean, I don't think I'm the one who defines it. So whoever defined it and created esports
No,
and the
we don't play
military,
that game.
the
No.
military
Your
has its
indifference
own
right now
esports.
is why we got different
This,
pronouns. and
yeah,
stuff.
this is you're a byproduct of this generation, Nathaniel.
yeah.
Gen Z. Woo.
Oh,
No,
wow.
it's not a sport. Again, I don't have a problem with it. I'm not against it. I'm not like anti-gamers, none of that stuff. I'm just saying don't call it what it's not. All right? So
Yeah, boomer. Big
I'm
Karen
not-
energy.
not a boomer.
He's got big Karen energy.
I
right
feel like
now.
someone's got to stand up to the shenanigans around here. All right?
Get off my lawn.
Yeah. There are certain things
Yeah.
we got to start putting our foot down on
That's right.
around here.
This is a revolutionary.
Right. A chicken wing is a drum and a flat. That's one wing.
That's right.
We got to get back to the chickens come with those things intact. We split them apart and started calling it two wings. That's one wing. And we need to get back to our origins on things that matter. Chicken wings and sports, which is what this country was built on, dadgummit.
Chicken
And I'm
wings.
not going to stand for anything else.
When Jesus planted the American flag on that shore and declared
Yes.
this the greatest country ever,
Yes.
when he pulled out that chicken wing, it was a whole wing.
Oh, my God.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
That's what happened. America.
Oh, my God.
When
What a
Jesus-
beautiful moment we just had.
Jesus.
Oh, my God.
We didn't go there, but that's another
Yeah,
story.
no, yeah,
Not
that's-
the moon.
All the other places Jesus put the flag on the moon, Mars.
crazy.
Anyways, no, I am serious about the gaming thing, but it is what it is. What can you do? You know,
Well, at least maybe the kids who would never compete in regular sports can compete in something.
you don't have to say regular sports. You can just say sports.
He's still on this.
Well, that's true.
The kids that won't compete in sports can play pretend sports.
Well, then what do you call it? A pretend sport?
A club, an activity.
that you make millions of dollars if you win
Yeah.
a competition?
Sure.
Yeah. Yes. Aren't there other things like that out there?
Listen, World
Yeah.
Series of Poker is not a sport.
What is chess?
Poker is considered sport, I'm pretty sure.
No. Is chess a sport?
I don't know. Yeah. Can
Yeah.
somebody look up what
I got
the
it.
sport
I'm
is?
doing it right
If only
now.
we had Google.
I'm doing it right now. Because I'm going to die on this hill.
Yeah.
What is a sport?
Ashley's
Say it
over there.
again.
An activity.
Say it again.
Activity
Say it-
involving physical exertion
So they're sweating.
and skill.
All right. It takes skill.
And listen, I know people that sweat when they eat. All right, that's not
They're
doesn't make it a
physically
sport.
exerting.
I know people that sweat just walking to the car.
Yeah,
and
it's not a
they're
sport
physically exerting.
in which an
take a
individual
skill.
or team competes against. Okay, an activity involving physical exertion and skill, in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. So it's the physical exertion part that we're really dealing with right now.
I know.
No, I'm
like
not saying
they're
they don't-
physically exerting their hands with the controller
No, not with the controller, but like mouse.
and the
With their
mouse.
mouth.
With their mouths.
No, mouse.
Oh,
Yeah.
with their mouse? That
I
was
thought you
your-
meant like yelling at the screen.
So did I.
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
So you
Yeah.
went to make your point and you brought in a mouse?
Get him. Get him.
So,
Get 'em.
so what you just read solidified that esports is a sport.
No.
That gaming is a sport.
Physical exertion. Is chess a sport?
I would say so.
No, it's a game.
No. You're doubling down on this nonsense right now.
I think we're still on the whole.
Yeah, electronic.
Is competitive sneezing a sport?
You can exert energy at all kind of stuff. That doesn't automatically make it a sport.
I mean,
That's what I'm getting at.
That's not a sport. It's a contest. Hot dog eating contest.
but you're competing with physically exertion.
Just because you're competing and you're exerting energy doesn't automatically make it a sport.
That's what the definition
Well,
says. What do
My
you
thing
mean?
is, it's the
Yo!
exertion thing. My thing is the physical exertion. That's the part that I'm hung up on. I'm like I said, I'm flagging.
I
the
don't
ground
think
here.
there's no convincing you of
You're right.
swaying
about
your
that.
opinion.
You're definitely right.
even
about
though
that.
you're wrong.
I have no problem admitting
that's,
that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the crazy part is the only people getting paychecks to Transformation Church are the ones that agree with me now. So I'm totally kidding. So what's a sport, Nate? I'm sorry. What's a sport? No, I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. Oh, there's people about to walk by. We should ask them. We should just do a random poll right now.
I don't know about that.
They
right,
look
fine.
not fun.
Oh, that's that one pastor on the.
That's exactly.
On
We
the
should ask him.
video today.
We should ask
He's
him.
from the Chicago area. That was with the.
Why are you whispering?
I don't know because they're right there.
Everyone's looking at us past the camera, and they
Yeah.
have no idea what we're talking about. There's people walking by right now. Chess is considered a sport.
Yes.
According to who?
All right. Ready? Ready? Selah.
Don't say that.
The international what?
Recognized by the International Olympic Committee. So chess is recognized by the International Olympic Committee as a sport.
They're just.
I have
wrong.
more questions.
And if I think
They also think that you can call yourself a woman and go play over there.
I'm not going to drop Kyle's microphone, but I am.
Not to get on that topic.
what is a
Yeah.
woman?
I am rocking heavy with that. Oh dear God! Yeah, we're not going to do that one.
That's crazy.
Definitely not going to do
That's
that
good.
one.
That's got to be the
wild.
tagline. What is the woman for the podcast?
Oh yeah, I don't know that that's
An
the.
adult human female, but
That's crazy.
Should we
anyways.
may have to be chromosome specific.
so
on that.
Yeah, no.
a month on the deodorant, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we took a long way to get there, guys. It took a long way to get to that
That's
answer,
crazy.
that
Well,
conclusion.
Man, I just
Well,
don't.
I really
I
wanna
can't
ask
see
one of these
2
people.
months. That just sounds
On a
cr-
stick of deodorant. Yeah, like I said, I
sounds
think you might just be
crazy.
doing it wrong.
I don't think so. I mean,
It could be because it's Harry's.
Yeah, I've never used Harry's, so
maybe I.
I use my own.
No, I just buy from the Walgreens or whatever, or where
Interesting.
Harry's. Anyways,
Oh, Harry's
that's
deodorant.
interesting.
Well, I'm glad we could have this debate right here on camera. If you're watching this video, I am definitely looking around a lot. There's a lot of things moving around,
a lot of moving parts.
and my ADHD is going crazy right now.
I guess not. We were gonna.
Brian,
have a
he texted me. He's like, we got hung up at a missions conversation.
We were gonna have a
thing.
guest, but
we were gonna have a guest, but he's not here. Brian from Kids Around the World. If you were part of last year's packing event, you remember Brian.
Speaking of,
he also went to the DR with us. But yes, Saturday, we have a packing event.
Excited for that.
Meal packing. Can we still register?
You can still register for the packing event.
Go to mytc.life.
Yeah, and then we also not only do we have the packing event this Saturday. If you're like, oh man, I can't be at this Saturday, but I wish I could because I'm available the next Saturday. Perfect, because we also have the Reimagined Food giveaway on May 4th, which is just the next Saturday. So you can be part of one of those, both of those. We'd love to have you out. But you can go to register, go to mytc.life, which will take you to the central hub, and you can register there. So, yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time, though. We're going to pack 75,000 meals for kids and families in the Dominican Republic.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it is a blast,
It's fun. The whole thing's
it's super
fun.
cool.
It's if you didn't go last year and you didn't go, like if you don't know,
it's a party.
Yeah, it's a good time. The whole thing's set up really cool.
Oh yeah, good system. Like
it's going to be fun. So 75,000 is a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean that'll take what, the 8 hours or however long we're there, or 6 hours.
What?
No, it'll probably be
5
4 to
hours,
6.
4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, 4, 6.
I think it's from 10 to 2 is the way it's set right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I think. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong on that. But it's something like that.
But we got to pack them. We got to finish what's there. So.
Yep. Nate, you're going to be there.
I am. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
So come out, be a part of it. But make sure you register so we can make sure we get you at the right spot, get you on a team. May do some competitions this year. I was talking to Rick about it. We may dish out some Chick-fil-A gift cards for teams that pack faster than everyone else.
That'd be cool.
So we do some table competitions with physical exertion and skill.
It'll be a sport.
I think my table last year
turn
was
it into
like
a sport.
The highest packing per second rate.
You would say that. I disagree.
Yeah. I don't know.
Ain't no way.
Pretty gangster team last year.
So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. I wonder if we were wearing a VR headset and we weren't actually doing anything, but we were just wearing the VR headset, if that would be considered packing. So if we weren't actually packing anything, but we were making the same movements as the packing, would we still be packing?
No.
Interesting.
You would not be.
Yeah, I would say no.
So doing something virtually doesn't make it real.
Right.
No, I would. That's not true. That is not true.
That is definitely true. I flew a plane last week virtually.
Yeah.
I didn't fly a plane.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you might have played a sport virtually. Doesn't mean you played a sport.
You didn't strap on no cleats. You know what I'm saying?
For all the esports players out there, I got your back. I'm rooting for you.
Like I said, I love the fact that y'all play it.
I'm proud of you.
We're just
keep
not gonna.
playing
We're
your
not going
sport.
to keep pretending that it's a
Keep
sport.
doing your thing, earning money.
Most ain't earning money. Let's just be real.
Watch out. Let me see this. So
most aren't earning money.
Yeah.
Line it up.
He's gonna get it figured out
There
here in
you
a
go.
minute. Yeah, this is a guy that
Yeah,
thinks
we back,
video
we
games
back.
are a sport. Can't plug his microphone in. So yeah, no, it's a good time. If I was literally waiting on someone else to walk down the sidewalk, I was going to ask them what they thought, but they're not. No one's walking by right now. Yeah. We're about 30 minutes before the masses are about to come move out of this hotel room. So, but anyways, hey, listen, I love you guys. We're so grateful. I'm glad we got to set the trajectory on deodorant duration. We came to a conclusion, well, at least some of us did, on what a sport is.
Yep.
Talked about last week's sermon. Talked about this coming up week's sermon. Pastor Dan's going to kill it. Shout out to him. And then talked about being in Birmingham.
Come on.
So did it. We got a great little recap.
We're coming back with some energy, with
Coming
some
back with
inspiration.
energy. Y'all better be
Get
ready to amen.
Yeah, Dream Team.
Dream
Get
team.
ready. When
No.
Nate gets on that stage at that rally and
Let's
he goes up a couple
go.
octaves, you know it's serious.
I start yelling on my mic that Kyle hates.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Hey
So-
guys.
hi guys.
All right, Justin. Tell them where they can find more information.
Listen, transformationchurch.com is where it's at.
That's where it's all
Or at Transformation Pensacola on socials.
on socials.
Boom.
Nate, I may disagree with you, but I still love you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Grateful.
So, yeah.
Grateful to be here.
Well, yeah. I thought we were grateful to have you, but then I found out what you consider a sport. So, just kidding.
Are you?
No, I'm not kidding, but I still love you. So,
Yeah.
I'm glad we came to the conclusion on that. Oh, what do we have here? No, I don't,
Nope.
I'm not going to ask her.
No, she won't.
All right.
No
We're done.
opinion.
You're done. You're done.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. So glad you're here. You guys can't see everyone, but Kyle's here. Sean's here. Vince is here. Ashley's here. There's a lot of people here. So there's, actually, so you get some
wow,
footage. So
yeah.
you can see kind of behind the scenes. John, flip that bad boy around and get a picture of yourself there, sir. Or a clip of yourself.
Yeah,
Hand it
you
to
go.
Kyle. And there he is.
he just broke
wow.
the camera. That's crazy.
Broke the camera. All right. Hey, listen, we love you guys. We'll be back in Pensacola next week so that we can hit up another podcast. So you'll see us on our regular time, regular place, kind of like a show, but not really. And we'll be coming at you talking about Pastor Dan's sermon. It's going to be a great one, so don't miss it.
Maybe
All
he'll
right?
be there. Boom.
Yeah. So we love you guys. We'll catch you
Oh, they said preach.
next Yeah, he's going to be there to preach. Yeah.
I'm on the podcast.
Yeah, on the
I'm
podcast. Yeah. So we'll catch y'all next week for another week, another sermon, another message recap podcast. Later.
See ya.
Peace.